I'm David Silver, owner of the vintage watch company based in London's Burlington Arcade, the largest collection of vintage Rolex on display anywhere in the world. So it's 2 years now since the publication of my book, Vintage Rolex, the largest collection in the world. And I thought it was an opportune time to launch our YouTube channel and begin to talk about some of the pieces that form the backbone of this book. Stellar dials, the front page of the book, has always been my passion for years and years and years. And most recently, the exact watch from the front cover of the book, which is a yellow stellar dial, sold at auction for 650,000 euros. So finally the market, the world has caught up with me and my passion, and I wanted today to go through some of the pieces that form the collection that featured in the book and show you a private collection that I've amassed over the years for a private individual. So here we have the box, one man's passion, one collection, a private collection of stellar dials, arguably the finest curated collection in the world. So the question is, what are stellar dials? Intrinsically, they are Rolex day-date models, president watches, made with highly vibrant, colourful dials from an enamel paint, layers and layers and layers of paint, hand-painted and then fired. And they produce the most incredible array of colours, and each batch of stellar dials was pretty much unique. They were never the same because of the hand mixing involved in the actual process of painting the dials. So you can have an array of green watches in front of you, and each variant of green will be slightly different. That's what has created the passion around these pieces and the collectability, that no two watches really side by side are ever the same. In front of you here is a snapshot of probably some of the most iconic, vibrant, colourful pieces that were ever made. They were made in the late 1960s all the way through to the 90s, primarily for the Middle Eastern market. And if we're honest about it, they weren't massively popular at the time. They were a bit too colourful, a bit too out there in terms of design, and the take-up wasn't huge. But now the market has absolutely gone crazy for these pieces, and it's a quest to seek ever rarer, ever more special tones of colour. The pieces themselves were made mostly in yellow gold. Rare options are seen in white gold, very, very rare versions in platinum, and almost hardly ever will you see a rose gold case with a stellar dial.
Which one would you say is the rarest in that box?
In terms of rarity in front of us now, yellows are by far the rarest of pieces. In this box, what's absolutely extraordinary is there are two examples of yellow dials. The first is a very strong custardy, canary coloured yellow, made with a plastic glass, so an earlier version, and a very, very strong colour. You would think that all yellows look the same until you put another one next to it. This one, extremely bright, but with a sapphire glass, which gives a totally different feel to the watch itself. It has a lot more reflection of light, and the colour really is bouncing backwards and forwards all the time as light reflects. So they're just absolutely incredible pieces.
What is it that you're wearing on your wrist?
So as our kind of knowledge grew of these watches, and as we discovered more and more pieces over the years, suddenly out of nowhere pops up a colour that you've never seen before. So yellow was always the option for my front cover because it was deemed to be always the rarest, but lo and behold popped up purple. Purple, I would say now, is the rarest colour of Stella. In 25 years, I've only actually ever seen one other piece, so this really is unique. This particular purple has actually never been polished and never been worn. Still has the original sticker on the back and is absolutely amazing. With
Do we know how many purple were produced?
no.
That's it.
Just to run through very quickly, row by row, piece by piece, what have we got here in front of us? We've got white gold, what is almost like a bubblegum colour, the most extraordinary of mint greens in a white gold case. Exceptionally rare piece, actually one of my favourites when I purchased this. Very, very special. The yellow, as we've seen before, a true red. Reds came in very, very different arrays of colours, but this is true Ferrari red. Amazing. Don't even know what to call this colour. Lilac. Absolutely amazing. Another very, very strong red, but in a white gold case. Peach with diamonds. So the Stella Dial variants were also made with diamond set dials and diamond set bezels. This is in platinum. An amazing piece.
Are these customized Rolex, or are they made by Rolex themselves?
So a lot of you will be thinking, did Rolex ever really make these watches? These are all Rolex factory set pieces, extraordinary in their rarity. So they left the factory with these dials. This is a platinum case with what is now sought after and nicknamed the Tiffany blue. Very, very special colour. Another white gold with an absolutely amazing, unique, pale tone of peach, pink, whatever you would like to call it. Very, very unusual. Another plastic glass, earlier version, blue but with diamonds. Mint, another tone of pink, Tiffany blue again, and orange, a true orange, and a green. Pretty comprehensive array of colour in front of you there. Value, I don't think you can put a figure on this arm anymore. It is an absolutely priceless collection of Stella dials, to be honest. You can come up with values for individual pieces, but to have this collection in one place, in one box, all together, absolutely priceless. Something I will never see again, for sure. All of these pieces were sold by me over the years, and a lot of them are featured in the book. So this particular yellow is here in the opening chapter of the Stella section of the book. As you flick through, you'll recognize and see many more of the pieces that are in front of us. So if you can't get access to the pieces themselves, then you can certainly enjoy them on the page, get a copy of the book, and you'll see them all together. The collection here in store is obviously not based purely on Stella dials, so as these videos evolve, as the channel grows, I will start to explore all the other areas of vintage Rolex, the sports models in particular, the GMTs, the Pepsi bezels, the Coke bezels, the Submariners, Daytona pieces. Paul Newman Daytonas will be another video that I put together with basic Daytonas and Paul Newman Daytonas together. So thank you for watching. Lots more videos to come. If you, like me, are passionate for all things vintage Rolex, then you will really love this channel, so keep going. And next up, the Paul Newman Daytona.